Hello, Ansocrat here. There's been a lot of talk about Bitcoins in the news lately, so we're going to talk about them also. A lot of people have been asking about Bitcoin, and there are a lot of questions surrounding it. One of the biggest questions is, why get excited over it? I mean, isn't it just another currency? We have hundreds of currencies. Do we really need one more? So one of the big, pluses or minuses, areas of concern for Bitcoin is the anonymity of it. You don't have to waltz into a Bitcoin bank, show ID, and open a Bitcoin account. You can send money from your computer to anyone in the world and for anything in the world, as long as they accept Bitcoin. And the authorities really don't have a direct line to you. That's not to say it's completely anonymous. It is just to say that it's a little bit more murkier than normal currency. Besides the anonymity of Bitcoin, you also have the speed of transactions where banks generally can take days. Just transferring from one account in the US to another account in the US can take 3 to 4 days. That's not counting holidays and weekends. These are just business days. And when you start transferring money all over the world, well, it gets a little longer. Not unbearably long, but if you can cut it down to a few nanoseconds, why not? Another thing people have been asking about Bitcoin is it safe? As they should with all currency, not safe or as is it going to blow up in your hand. Safe as, will it be there tomorrow? Will it be worth anything? Because the price of currency does fluctuate, or at least say the value of it does. When you have something that's not backed by something as sure as a government, just the belief in currency does make people a little uneasy. Although if you really look deep enough, all currency is kind of backed by belief. At the moment, there's a lot of speculation whether Bitcoin will survive. There are a lot of exchanges that are crashing, and that's kind of a big deal because if you have money in that exchange, well, you probably don't need more. There's some safeguards, but for the most part, people lost a lot of money. And although Bitcoin may not survive, it is the idea of Bitcoin, a currency made by the people for the people that use it, not necessarily just by governments and backed by banks. When the French Revolution ended in 1799, I didn't think that it made a profound change. The French pretty much overthrew their existing monarchy and exchanged it for another monarchy. Called a different thing, but still a monarchy. And that was kind of the status quo at the time. However, it was the idea that people could raise up against their government when their government didn't perform as it needed that sparked revolutions around the world that we're still seeing. That's what Bitcoin may do. It may show people that we're not shackled to the currency of the government of the country that we live in. That technology can allow us to transcend geopolitical lines. And that type of thinking, that type of ideas is what the most valuable thing came from Bitcoin.